The next question is, which of the following is the main aim of Nav Nirman? Nav Nirman Initiative. Option A, paperless travel. Option B, airport capacity augmentation. Option C, making regional connectivity easy. Option D, supporting farmers' income. We have discussed a model question on Suman scheme. This is also a similar type of question. That means if you are not aware of this Nav Nirman initiative, it is difficult for to attempt this question. But if we expand this Nav Nirman, then it will be easy for to attempt this question. We can expand this Nav Nirman as next generation airports for Bharat. So it is related to airports. So this Nav Nirman mission aims to promote airport capacity in our country. So aims for building of airport capacity in our country. Okay, and the three main aspects of this Nav Nirman include fair and equitable land acquisition, long-term master plan for airport and regional development, and the third one is balanced economics for all stakeholders. So these are the main aspect of this Nav Nirman. Okay, so this Nav Nirman is related to airport capacity development in our country. So the answer is option B, airport capacity augmentation. Okay. So the next question is, with respect to India's population growth, consider the following phase. First one is from 1901 to 1921. It is given that it is the period of stagnant or stationary phase of growth. Second one is from 1921 to 1951. It is the period of steady population growth. Then statement number 3, from 1951 to 1981, it is given that it is a period of population explosion. Then since 1981. So let us move on to the explanation. We can categorize the population growth in our country under 4 phases. The first phase is from 1901 to 1921. We know during this period India was ruled by British, so the condition of India was very bad during this period, especially in the case of health and food, in the case health, education, food in our country. So the poor health and medical services, inefficient distribution system of food and other basic necessities, these are responsible for high birth rate and death rate in our country. So this period from 1901 to 1921 is referred as a period of stagnant or stationary phase of growth of India's population, because during this period both birth rate and death rate are high. Okay, then since in this period growth rate was very low, even recording a negative growth rate during 1911 to 1921. During 1911 to 1921, a negative growth rate was also happened. Okay, then the next phase is from 1921 to 1951. That means after independence. Okay, during this period is a steady population growth. So this period shows a steady population growth, because an overall improvement in health and sanitation throughout the country brought down the mortality rate. After the independence, the government tried to improve the condition of our country, especially in the case of health and sanitation. As a result, the mortality rate in our country brought down. As a result, a steady population growth was happened in our country. Okay, then the phase 3 is from 1951 to 1981, and this period is known as population, known for population explosion, in India, because it was caused by a rapid fall in mortality rate but a high fertility rate of a population in the country. During this population explosion, or from 1951 to 1981 period, our mortality rate fall, our mortality rate fall, but our fertility rate become high. Fertility rate become high. As a result, the population of our country increase. The mortality rate decrease, but fertility rate increase. As a result, a population explosion happen in our country. And also international migration also caused the population explosion in our country during this period from 1951 to 1981. The last phase is phase 4 from 1981. Since 1981 till present, the growth rate of our country's population remained high, but has started slowing down gradually. That means even though our country's population increased, but sorry, our country's population remained high during this period from since 1981 till date. Our population remains high, but it has started slowing down gradually. We know India is the second most populated country in the world, populous country in the world. So even though our country's population remained high, it has started slowing down gradually. Okay, so from 1901 to 1921, it is a period of stagnant or stationary phase of growth, because during this period India was ruled by British, so it is a bad condition for India. As a result, both birth rate and death rate are high. As a result, a stagnant or stationary phase happened during this period. Then from 1921 to 1951, the government launched various initiatives to promote the health and sanitation in our country. As a result, a steady population growth happened, and the mortality rate decreased. Okay, then from 1951 to 1981, this period is a population, it shows a population explosion, because the mortality rate fall as well as the fertility rate increase, both due to the decrease of mortality rate and increase of fertility rate, as well and the international migration. These lead to the population explosion during this 1951 to 1981. Then from since 1981, even though our population remains high, but it has started slowing down gradually. So moving on to the question, the first statement, it is given that 1901 to 1921, it is the period of stagnant or stationary phase of growth. It is true. Then 1921 to 1951, period of steady population growth. Then it is also true. Then 1951 to 1981, period of population explosion. So these three statements are true. The remaining option is, our statement is, since 1981, phase of declining population is not the phase of declining population. So we can eliminate the option which contains the statement number 4. Then we know the remaining options, the remaining statements 1, 2 and 3 are true. So we got the answer option B, 1, 2 and 3. Okay.